Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs of all ages, you found it. Small Business Mornings is on the air. I'm your host, Pat Miller, the Idea Coach, and here is what we have on today's show. A new poll says that President Biden may not be the preferred choice by Democrats in 2024. Tonight, the Idea Collective is hosting a special event with the world-famous Savannah Bananas. We're going to talk about that and how they are an inspiration for all of us in the small business space. Remember when in school they said, and you thought, when am I ever going to use this? Like some of the stuff we learned in school was especially pointless. And you thought, I'm never going to use this. Well, apparently, something that you learned in grade school PE can get you out of prison. I'll share that story. And we'll talk about the Farmer's Almanac, and we will tell it where to stick it. Welcome into Small Business Mornings. This is the daily meeting for small business owners everywhere to catch up on the news, get in the know, and have a coffee break with your coworkers, especially if you don't have coworkers. That's why we're on the air. If you're with us this morning, drop into the chat like Patty and say, good morning. And remember, if you're a first-time poster in the comments, let me know. Hey, Pat, I'm new. Good morning. And you will unlock the Pee-wee celebration, which is what makes everything fantastic. Before we get into this morning's news, let's just take a deep breath and blow out football. Yes, friends. The NFL football is back. Good morning, Jennifer. So excited. I'm so excited for football that the Lions are playing tonight, and I'm still excited. It's the stupid Lions. It's the Lions. Nobody likes the Lions. I'm convinced that the Lions are like the Washington Generals. Like they're just an extra team that the league needs, so they just roll out the Lions for people to beat. But yeah, the Lions are back. And we can cheer for the Chiefs big time. But football is back. Everything is right with the world. The Bears. And yes, Wendy, I just inhaled coffee. Does that count? Of course that counts. Absolutely. Jeff McCarthy. It's another year of the Bears losing early and often. Now that is not fair. But since you're one of the big time dudes at Bank 59, I need to say nice things about you. So Jeff, I know. I don't think Jeff has ever made a comment in the comments before. And you know what that means? Yes, the first time you comment, we all celebrate with Pee-wee's celebration. So say good morning, Jeff, in the comments, because I think that was Jeff's first comment ever. So say good morning, Jeff, in the comments. Okay, let's do the news, shall we? Good morning, Teresa. In the news today. Now, I'm giving you just a second of warning so you can put on the earmuffs on the children and you can take time to put on your big boy pants and understand that you and I are going to have a grown-up conversation about something. Can we have a grown-up conversation without anyone kind of losing their mind and having a moment? Okay? Grown-up conversation about politics. And we're going to have a conversation about politics without advocating for either side. Can we do that? Can we have a grown-up conversation about the state of play? Because we're going to. So, again, deep breaths. Here's the deal. And this is a fact. This is not advocating for either side. In fact, it's advocating for you and me. It's pretty apparent to me that we're staring down the barrel of another Biden-Trump election. I want to move to Ecuador. I do not want to go through another election season where one of those guys will end up being the president, and we go through an entire year of an election cycle that is chock full of lies, gaslighting, and hand-to-hand democracy. Nobody wants that. It just makes me sad. But the news this morning is that there's a little bubble on CNN, like a little blink, like pop-up video. Remember those? Those were great. Blink, little pop-up video that makes me go, ooh, maybe that might not be how it goes down. I mean, there's the entire justice system that has how many charges against Trump? 1 billion. So he might be in prison 1 year from today. Who knows? But the poll this morning from CNN has some interesting stuff in it. First thing, and again, these are stats from CNN. So before you start throwing things, deal with it. President Biden's approval rating right now amongst those polled is 39%. Now, I'm not good at math, but 39% is not a high number. And then there are some emerging questions about how people feel about his age and competency. They asked, do you have confidence on his stamina and sharpness to serve effectively as president? Only 26% said yes. 26%. Yikes.com. But here's the big one. And this is the reason why I think it's like caught my attention this morning. 67% of Democrats polled say they expect Biden to be the nominee. So Democrats, they're all saying, yes, this is going to be our guy. Most likely this is our guy. But 82% would prefer anyone else other than Biden. Yikes and yikes.com. So if you put those three pieces together, you've got a party that says 75% of us aren't sure he can do the job. This is what the stats say. I'm not making a judgment here. Yet we're pretty sure he's going to be the guy, and almost all of us would prefer literally anyone else. Yikes and yikes and yikes.com. But here's the unifying fact, and this is why Ecuador sounds so nice this time of year. They didn't do this poll, but I guarantee you 107% of Democrats would vote for anyone other than Trump. So it is going to be wild. It is going to be absolutely wild. I'm glad I work and live in a basement here. And Ecuador sounds nice this time of year. Or maybe Zaire. Or Switzerland. First of all, they're neutral. Second, they have mountains. And third, their chocolate kicks ass. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm moving to Switzerland. And I will be doing small business afternoons, but it'll be mornings for you here in the States. It's a nightmare. It's coming. You're welcome. Let's change topics. Should we talk about something happy? Let's talk about something happy. Should we? You see that? My friends? That's something to be happy about. Tonight, the Idea Collective, thanks to Jeff McCarthy and Bank 59 and all of our generous donors, we are doing an event with the folks behind the greatest show in sports. Tonight, the Idea Collective, we're hosting an event with the world famous Savannah Bananas baseball team. Now, if you would have told me a couple of years ago that something that I was starting would get to do something with this incredible organization, I would not have believed you. But with your support and the prevalence and emergence of Don't Grow It Alone and the community that we're building, it's going to happen. Tonight, our donors are going to hang out with all of the Bananas players and raise money for an amazing organization, the Islands of Brilliance. It's going to be great. So first off, a big thank you to all of our donors that are going to join us tonight. And a big thank you to Jeff and Bank 59 for supporting and continuing to support what we're doing here with the Idea Collective. Tomorrow, we will have pictures and stories and legend from all of the crazy stuff that happens tonight at the Savannah Bananas fundraiser. The little businessy piece in me wants to stitch together, however, what we were talking about yesterday with what the Savannah Bananas do. If you missed yesterday's episode, go do 10 push-ups. First of all, I'm going to wait. You go do 10. If you weren't here yesterday, push-ups. Okay? Also, if you weren't here yesterday, you don't know why I have a beaver on set. You better ask somebody. You haven't met Rick yet. You missed yesterday. Sucks to be you. But yesterday, we talked about the what are you really selling conversation. We talked about Jimmy Buffett and how Jimmy Buffett became a billionaire because he's really selling the feeling of being on vacation. And then he productized that feeling in everything that he offered. Well, the Savannah Bananas exist to make baseball fun. That's it. That's what they do. I mean, look at these pictures. They make baseball fun. And I've had the pleasure of seeing a game. It's an out of control good time. And their founder, Jesse Cole, loved the game so much, but he hated the length and the tradition and the slow pace and all of the stuff that made baseball lame. So he changed it because he thought it needed to be changed. And now he's built an amazing product that is outgoing all around the world, filling stadiums. In fact, in Milwaukee, they have a wait list of hundreds of thousands of people trying to get into the game this weekend. Absolutely incredible. So big respect to him because he knows what he's selling. He's selling fun. And the best example of them selling fun is at one of their games. If a player hits a foul ball and an audience member catches it, the batter's out. Is that just the greatest thing of all time? It's the greatest thing of all time. You can break the rules. You can change the world if you know what you're selling and you do it with conviction and purpose. In fact, I'm convinced that he single-handedly brought the pitch clock to Major League Baseball and sped up that game because they were seeing the impacts that he was having. Now, that's a conspiracy theory. I probably should get out the conspiracy theory hat, but it is a conspiracy theory. He's made a big impact. We're going to see them play this weekend. Thank you to all of our donors that are going to be there tonight that get to have, literally a once-in-a-lifetime experience making baseball fun. So thank you all for being a part of it. It's going to be incredible. And I hope 2 days in a row now, we've talked purposefully about what makes you different and a conversation about how you sell what you're selling over and over again, like Jesse did, like Jimmy Buffett did. So I hope that these themes are getting through the old watermelon up here because there's something to take away from it. So it's going to be great. We'll have pictures and stories and all of that good stuff tomorrow. Absolutely cannot wait. All right, locally, if you stepped outside at all, or you're going to at some point today, you'll notice that, oh, wow, weather changed. So it was really hot here in Wisconsin last couple of days, like humid, hot. We don't do that. We're padded, beer drinking, cheese eating animals around here, and we don't like it hot. And it's been hot, and it's been like a little bit of a heat wave. Well, that's all blown away. It's back to 60 degrees, no humidity, and you know what it feels like? Say it with me. Fall. And when it feels like fall, we start putting one eye on the horizon, which is fall is great, but we start thinking about that W word. No, not winning against the Green Bay Packers. Not that word. Not that word, Bears. No, the other W word. You know, the big W word? Whopper. We need to use that word more. Whopper. That's a great word. Whopper. Oh, that's a whopper. Isn't that a great word? Whopper. It's even fun to say. Whopper. No, I mean winter. So this morning, to get ready for the show, I was flipping through my copy of the Farmer's Almanac, as I do every day, to make sure that I don't miss something when it comes to keeping you informed on what's happening here in the universe. And we all know that the Farmer's Almanac is the authority on, meteorological events, with all of their lack of science and computers and looking at the stars and asking cows what's going to happen. So when I need weather data, I go to the Farmer's Almanac. And aren't you curious what the cows are saying? I assume that's how they figure out what's going to happen. They ask the cows, why not moo? So they ask the cows, Hey, Bessie, cow's name, right? Whopper. That's foreshadowing. Ooh, bad joke. Hey, Bessie, what's going to happen this winter? And here's what Bessie said. This is an exact quote from the Farmer's Almanac. This is an exact quote, all right? I'm not making these words up. Get prepared for oodles. They did say oodles. Get prepared for oodles of fluffy white throughout the season. Keep a shovel at the ready early, especially in the Northeast and Midwest, where snow will arrive beginning in November with storms, showers, and flurries continuing through the start of spring. Shut it, Bessie. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's no good. No good. Don't want to think about it. In fact, our question of the day is going to be about fall. Now that we'll just declare it's fall, can we just, it's fall? Now that kids are back at school and the weather's not 1,000,000 degrees, it's fall. Our question of the day will be what Wendy's already talking about. We're going to talk about, okay, it's fall. So what are you looking forward to doing now that it's fall? So let's talk about that here in just a little bit with our question of the day. One more piece of news before we do our meme of the day, our question of the day, and we're going to talk with a special guest in a minute. And no, Susie, it's not Rick the Business Beaver. That's not who we're going to talk to today. We have a real live guest that's going to come on the show, not Rick the Business Beaver. Thank you, Susie. Okay, one more piece of real news before, if it participates, please participate here. Come on. Please hold. Technical difficulties. Come on. Don't make me beat you again. Okay, there we go. Do you remember being in school and you would stare at the teacher that was trying to teach you something and you'd think to yourself, when in the world am I going to use quadratic equations? I've been out of high school 4 or 5 years now. I've never used a quadratic equation in my life. I've never done chemistry outside of mixing up shots in college. I've never read Shakespeare again because why? All the things we did in school. And you thought to yourself, diagramming sentences? Oh God, when I show up in hell, I will diagram sentences every day for the rest of my life. I've never had to do any of that stuff, but we had to learn it because reasons. So you may say to yourself, why am I learning all of this crap? Well, there's one thing that you were taught in middle school gym class that may help you get out of jail. It's not scooter hockey. Remember scooter hockey? Where you had to like pedal with your heels backwards. And then we all had sticks and we beat each other with sticks. Like, think how out of control that was. Do they even do that anymore? Or is that too violent? Too many sticks. Too many sticks. I also went to school, grade school, in Central Illinois. Ding, 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 ding. Central Illinois. Okay? Do you know what they taught us, Central Illinois, in gym class? Square dancing. No lie. We had not just like that one day we did square dancing. Oh, no. We did like a month of square dancing. Square dancing. Like, do-si-do. Square dancing for like a month. Now, shame of it is that, yeah, Rick, corn farming. Yes, they did teach that to us young in Central Illinois middle school, grade school. The thing about square dancing is it's kind of fun. I got to admit, it was kind of fun, although I would never do it. Okay, so what did we learn in middle school PE that would actually help you get out of jail? The crab walk. Remember the crab walk? Crab walk. Let's see if I can tell you what the crab walk is without doing it. You lay flat on your back and then you hop up like a tabletop and you walk, right? Crab walk. Remember the crab walk? Well, it can get you out of jail. Look at this. This is real footage from a real prison in the United States. Watch this guy. This inmate busted himself out of jail. Watch. What? Up he goes. Bye. Got out of jail. Crab walking. Yes, there he is. He looks like a not nice guy. Not nice guy, convicted murderer, crab walking his way out of jail. Now, I wish I could say he did it, but they got him. They didn't get him. They didn't get him. He crab walks out of jail, and then he's gone an hour before they know that he's gone. They didn't even know he was gone. I mean, that's some Andy Dufresne stuff. Crab walks out of jail. They still haven't caught him. The story I read this morning, he's been gone for 7 days. Crab walks out of jail, gone for 7 days, convicted murderer. If you see someone crab walking down the street, that might be our guy. So keep your eyes out for someone that's crab walking. And maybe you can take a bite out of crime. Right? Okay. Man, this is really not working for me this morning. Oh, sure. Let's just close it. Why not? Sure. Why not? This is a professional production. Awesome. Let's do our meme of the day while I'm farting around with this thing. Meme of the day. This is just for a laugh. Our meme of the day is here just for a laugh. Are you ready for the meme of the day? Here we go. Women are so hard to read. Well, actually, we just want such complex creatures. Well, if you just listen, so mysterious. Doesn't that just sum up everything? I love that meme. That made me laugh. The reason why it made me laugh even harder is that Elon Musk shared that. That was on his Twitter account yesterday. That's spectacular. And Lee, thank you for catching the Shawshank reference. I appreciate that. You got to throw in some Andy Dufresne when you can, because that movie is just the go-to time killer. And yes, exactly, Rick. Put people on the shore, he'll head back to the sea. Exactly right. He'll just waddle himself right back into the thing. Touche. Okay, let's do our question of the day, and then we're going to check in with our special guest that is not Rick the Business Beaver, a real live person. Question of the day, and Wendy started it already. You started it, Wendy. Question of the day is, fall is looming. What is the one thing you can't wait to do? What's the thing that you think, well, it's not fall yet. I can't. Or literally it's too hot and you can't. Like making a backyard fire, those little fire pits, crazy good. And pumpkin spice lattes in the 4th of July just wouldn't, no, don't. That's mixing the streams. You can't do that. That's not a thing. And as I think about fall and some of the stuff that I'm looking forward to, like, going for a walk through the leaves and it's like, right? And you're shushing your way through the leaves. Totally awesome. Yes, it's sweater weather. I can't say it the way you would, Wendy, but yes, it's sweater weather for sure. And to be a little bit more specific, it's shorts and sweatshirt weather. That is a magical time. It's pretty much like 3 or 4 weeks, late September to mid-October, where you can do shorts and a sweatshirt, which is truly special. And Lee's killing it. Pick apples with the family and then make an apple pie. Absolutely. Jennifer knocked one out that I had on my list. High school football games. Absolutely. A great time this time of year. One thing that I look forward to is crockpot season, baby. It is now crockpot time in the city. Crockpot. Is there anything better than the crockpot? No. The answer is no. The only thing that's better than the crockpot is when you order a pizza and they bring it to your door. That is better than crockpot. But outside of that, no. And our go-to recipe is Italian beef. That reminds me, I got to take the beef out of the freezer so I can make it this weekend. Bears. So Italian beef in the crockpot, Sundays on the couch, watching football, playing fall golf. That's the best time to play golf in the fall. Fewer people play, and it reminds me of competing when I was in high school 4 or 5 years ago. It's a wonderful time. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Susie Moon. Thank you, Susie, for saying that. Not shaving legs. Okay. Sure. if that's it. And yes, Wendy, Crockpot season should be a country song. Can you write that? You do write country songs for a living. Can you write a country song about Crockpot season? That would be awesome. And see, yes, Lee, you're right. Crockpot season is year round when you're a hardworking entrepreneur. Meat in, dinner done. Susie, you're welcome. What else do we got here? Yes, Jennifer's agreeing with Lee that yes, it's crockpot season year round. The thing that I'm excited about too, like the highlight of the fall, besides bears, is going to be our Idea Collective Small Business Conference happening in November. This 3-day event, Grand Geneva Resort, the reason why it's the best is that everyone that watches this show, everyone that's in the Idea Collective community, we all get together for 3 days. 3 days, and there's no supervision. There are no adults around. We're crab walking all over the place, cocktails. And what we're really doing is we're learning the things we don't know, workshops and training and keynote speakers. And we are building those bonds that you can't build anywhere else. You can't recreate the Idea Collective Small Business Conference unless you're there. You just can't, because you get to know people on a completely different level at the event. It is absolutely incredible. So if you have been there before and you don't have your ticket yet, get your ticket. If you're newer to the group, Jennifer, you should really think about it. Lee, come on now. Lee, get on a plane and get over here. Come on. It's an incredible time in early November. That's the link. I think it's now in the comments as well, but smallbizretreat.com is where you can get it. And it's going to be another terrific year. Marcus Lemonis from CNBC fame, he's our keynote speaker, and he's going to kill it because he's going to tell us all about his people, process, and people, process, product. He's going to tell us all about that. And then he's going to do one-on-one mentoring with some of our guests as well. It's like no other. I absolutely cannot wait. Okay, let's do a couple of announcements, and then we're going to get out of here because the Savannah Bananas await. Bears. All right, we're doing a networking event coming up. Networking event in Madison. This is going to be cool because I'm in Milwaukee. Susie's in Madison. She's leading an event in Madison for the Idea Collective. So if you're in Madison, we want to meet you. We're going to get together. We're going to do some networking. We're going to tell some jokes. We're going to have some laughs. We're also going to do the Idea Slam Brainstorm, where we do some creativity on demand and show people what's happening inside the Idea Collective. So if you're in Madison, Wendy, you need to come to this event. Click the link. We would love to see you there. It is a free meetup, and it's going to be awesome. This coming Monday, I think it's 2:00 at Serendipity Labs. We would love to see you there at the event. And see, Wendy, look, that's awesome. You're already there. Amazing. So that's going to be great. Coming up Monday at 2:00 in the afternoon, Serendipity Labs. And it's time to meet our guest today. Our guest today is also doing a big event coming up in Madison, or Madison area, at least. The Dells, is that what you would say? Wendy Babcock, the host and creator of Warrior Unchained Live. Hello, Wendy. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on today, Pat.
Absolutely. So we're talking the Dells. This is a women's empowerment and business conference. Tell people about the event.
Well, first off, I would call it a pregame party conference to the Idea Collective conference. So ladies, you need to be in a room where you're going to feel supported. You're going to get lots of education. Of course, we bring in amazing speakers from all over the country, but in following with the Savannah Bananas, we have a blast. Like, we have dance breaks. We have a dance party Saturday night. And if I let you know a little secret, it fell through, but I'm going to reserve it for later. I had a drum line lined up at one point. So if that tells you how crazy we get at Warrior, I do some wild stuff. And so it fell through because of homecoming. But if that tells you even a little bit about what we do at Warrior Unchained.
what's going to be fun is I get to come too, even though I'm not a woman, but I get to host the VIP event on Friday night. So we're going to do an idea slam there and have some other conversations. How many folks are going to be on the VIP group? Do you know?
There's 50, and we are
Oh
sold
my
out now.
God.
Yep, we have 50
Really?
for VIP, and we're sold out. Yeah, so Pat and Susie brought them in because we got Pat is our VIP speaker, and then Susie's doing her comedy show.
That's worth the ticket right there
Yeah,
for sure. How do we get tickets if we are considering attending? And what are the dates again?
it's September 23rd and 24th for general admission. Saturday we start at 9 a.m. and we're done by probably 5, but then we have the dance party. And Sunday, it's a quick, short day. We're not going to get you up too early in the morning, 10 to 1. We have brunch, we have a speaker, we have a panel. The 23rd, 24th, Wisconsin Dells at the Kalahari. You can go to warriorunchainedlive.com to get your tickets.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait to come over there and get creative with all your folks. Congratulations on what you're building, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Pat.
All right. Wendy is like an OG of the Idea Collective. And when she asked me to be a part of the event, I'm like, wait, that's a women's event, right? She's like, yes, you'd be great. I'm like, So I'm excited to come over and hang out with all the folks at Warrior Unchained and would love to see you there. It's going to be great. And Lee wants to know who your speakers are. She's got a big old list. Lee, you two need to connect offline because Wendy's got it going on. Last thing, and then we're out of here. Don't forget that if you're watching the show and you can't make it to Madison, I still want to meet you. We're doing a backstage brainstorming session September 13th. So if you're watching the show and you're thinking, hey, where the hell did this come from? And what the heck is the Idea Collective? And why does this show, why is it fun? And why do I want more of it? Well, I want you to come to this event because it's a free meetup for everyone that's watching the show on Zoom. And we're going to get to know your business. I'm going to get a chance to meet you. We'll do a brainstorming event as well. September 13th is the first time we're doing it. So nab the QR code and you are in for that free event. Okay, let's land this plane, shall we? I've got one thing on my mind, bears, but I also have the Savannah Bananas on my mind. It is going to be entirely too much fun. Entirely too much fun. And all of our donors get to experience it. So thank you all for supporting the vision for the Islands of Brilliance. We're going to raise thousands of dollars for them tonight. Oh, and I should probably mention, we've got like a truckload of live and silent auctions to donate to like fundraise tonight. So if you're coming to the event, I hope that you'll shop through all of the cool stuff that we have for the event. And yes, Kristen, I will see you tonight. So be ready to be amazed by the cool fundraising stuff. And we have a promise from the team. This is like secret information. This is just between you and me. Just you and me. Don't tell anyone. The Bananas said, yeah, we've got something for the live auction. Like, oh, wow, like a sweatshirt or something? They're like, no. I think we can do something around the game day experience for the winning donor. Oh my God. I don't even know what it is. All I know is that right now on their plane to Milwaukee, Jesse and Emily Cole and their entertainment team are brainstorming some really amazing experience that the winning donor will get. Now, that isn't cool. I don't know what is. Okay. Great conversation this morning. Thank you for joining Small Business Mornings. Now, remember that this show happens every day at 9 a.m. We get on the air, we have a cup of coffee, we have a laugh. We remember that the crab walk is a thing that we can use to get out of prison. And we, just look at the news and have a good time. So we'll be back on the air tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central, with stories and pictures from tonight's fundraising event. It's going to be great. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you